First of all, it is really nice on the part of Mumbai Cricket Association, especially Chandrakant Pandit, to invite former cricketers to give their mind and thought on the game in general and Mumbai cricket in particular. As a former cricketer, I feel I must share with the people what I think of the game, which I loved and played during the best part of my life. I had my schooling in my hometown in Karnataka. I was basically an athlete and excelled in all outdoor games, including cricket. To say a word about my school cricket, I happened to capture all the 10 wickets in an innings in one of the inter-school tournaments. While I was in school, I used to hear people talking about this game of cricket as a great game, a noble game, king of all games, and above all, a gentleman's game. I used to wonder why all these attributes and adjectives to the game of cricket. Why not for other games? Has it come at random, or was it due to the whims and fancies of few people who mattered in the game in those days? Answer for this came only when I shifted to Mumbai for my college education and happened to play in the company of all-time greats and legends like Colonel C.K. Naidu, Vijay Marchant, Vijay Hazare, Vinu Mankad, Dattu Phadkar, Paulie Umrigar, Vijay Manjrekar, Subhash Gupte, and for that matter, Madhav Mantri, Madhav Apte, who have played this game in the spirit for which it is known as the gentleman's game, matching with its glorious traditions and conventions. They say these traditions and conventions are greater than the rules that govern the game. That is the reason why this game is known as the gentleman's game. With the passing of time, as you find the change in the lifestyle, there has been a change in the characteristics of the game as well. Inasmuch as the advent of limited overs cricket, one day international, later T20, this was the requirement of the time, in my opinion, because people, spectators who pay for watching the game wanted quick result and entertaining cricket. And this shorter version of the game gave them plenty of it and also made it financially very viable, inasmuch as the Board of Control for Cricket in India, which manages the affairs of the game in our country, is said to be one of the richest sports bodies in the world. I am happy board is rich because I get benefit. Board some time back introduced a pension scheme for the former test cricketers. This was indeed a historic decision to my mind, which few people could even think of it, save alone venturing upon it, because it involved heavy recurring expenditure. Nevertheless, it was a boon for the former cricketers, especially those who are financially depressed. Along with the change in the characteristics of the game, I feel there has been a considerable change in thinking, attitude, and behaviors of the players also. To give a typical example of my time and now, my good friend and colleague Subhash Gupte, one of the finest leg spin googly bowlers of his time, happened to take all 10 wickets in an innings in a competitive match. When he got the 10th wicket, there was no commotion whatsoever. Instead, some of his colleagues patted his back, some congratulated him. While returning to the pavilion, he was asked to lead, and the entire crowd gave him a standing ovation. But today, what I find, it is entirely different. Apart from sledging, abuses on the field, a bowler, for example, gets the first wicket, maybe scoreboard reading more than 200 runs. He jumps round, walks around the wicket, shows all kinds of gestures and what not. Even sometimes teeth and eyes also to the batsman. To my mind, it looks little absurd. Maybe I am an old timer and my thinking might be different. But if someone says it is the professional approach today, I am afraid professional approach does not mean you have to give all kind of gestures to the spectators or to the batsmen. Instead, one has to build a very strong mental status within himself to fight to win, to rise to the occasion or convert defeat into a victory. That should be the quality of professional approach. All said and done, in our country, cricket is said to be a religion, a passion, and what is not fair is said to be not cricket.